Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Givelify Success Hour. We're so happy to have you. We have a few people still trickling in, but we'll go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to give you all the tools to make this year your best Giving Tuesday ever. Whether it's your first time participating or you're an old pro, we hope you'll leave this time together encouraged and enabled to inspire generosity among your nonprofit donors. I'm Emily Lynn, Product Marketing Manager here at Giblify, and my co-host today is Juana Felice, our Director of Strategic Planning. We'll be your presenters for this webinar. If you think of a question while we're walking through the content, drop it in the Q&A tab. We don't have chat enabled, but we'd love to hear from you in the Q&A tab, and we'll get to the questions at the very end. So for our agenda today, we want to walk through how to launch a successful giving campaign and inspire generosity. We're going to review these 3 steps to make that happen. First, you'll want to set goals and tell your story. Here we'll give you an overview of an amazing toolkit we built just for you. You still have time to download this informative resource and be ready for the big day in 2 weeks if you haven't already. Second, connect with your donors wherever they are. We'll help you finesse your online giving presence and create your own campaigns that will be part of Givelify's Trending Causes page, which is a new feature we're excited to tell you about. Third is get the word out and engage your donors. Tell them about the causes they can support. Show them what impact you're doing and how they can make an impact in their community. And like I said, we do have that Giving Tuesday toolkit that we've created just for you. If you have one already downloaded, you can reference as we walk through this. Otherwise, you'll have the chance to get one for yourself with the recording. Now I'll hand it over to Juana to get us started.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're so excited to be here. And just to start off, just wanted to tell you a little bit about Giving Tuesday. It is going to be taking place on December 1st. And this is going to be a really great time for your organization to connect with your supporters and rally them behind your cause and your mission. This is one of the biggest days of global giving, so we're super excited to share information with you today. Giving Tuesday was created just 8 years ago, but since then, it started as a simple idea to encourage people to do good. And since it has really grown into a global movement that inspires hundreds of millions of people to give and transform their communities and their world. It's actually become sort of a new tradition. After Black Friday, people are looking at ways to put more good into the world, and it's become a big day of giving, particularly giving online. Just alone, you see the 2019 numbers of Giving Tuesday in general, more than 511 million were raised. And just on Givelify alone for 2019, over 700,000 donations were made by donors looking to support organizations like yours. Now, we're going to do a quick poll. We would love to hear from you. And we want to know, has your organization participated in Giving Tuesday in the past? Go ahead and put your answers in the chat box and the pop-up. Awesome. So we're so glad to hear that some of you have participated, and we know that this is new for some of you on this webinar. So let's get to it and share some of the great resources of, one, if you've participated, how you make it this the best Giving Tuesday ever. And if you haven't, we have some really easy resources that you can use in your planning for Giving Tuesday. So if you have your toolkit handy or just want to take notes, we're going to highlight some of the content from your toolkit. And if you don't, again, as Emily said, do not worry about it. You'll be able to download it after this webinar. And as a reminder, this webinar is being recorded, so you'll be able to check it out afterwards as well. So Giving Tuesday is just 2 weeks away. So there is obviously plenty of time for you to still prepare and participate. In our toolkit, we provide some really easy templates and guides. So let's go ahead and go over the setting a plan and timeline story of it. So setting a goal. Just like any other campaign or fundraiser, you want to set a goal because this serves as your campaign framework. When thinking through your goal, consider the total number of supporters that you have, consider your average donation. And if you're thinking, for example, that in your typical fundraiser, you average 200 donors or $20,000 has been somewhat of your average fundraiser giving, use that as a benchmark. Is this number you'd like to match, or maybe you'd like to exceed that number? You want to be aspirational, but also be reasonable. And in your toolkit, you'll be able to answer these questions as well as creating a timeline and assign responsibilities. When you're setting a timeline, you want to think about your team and not just your nonprofit staff, but also key supporters that you might want to gain as ambassadors to help you spread the word out. And even your board. Recently, a nonprofit that I serve on participated in a local day of giving. And as a board member, not only was it a way for me to support them with a monetary donation, but also to encourage others to give by retweeting and sharing their messages. So I think they did a really great job at engaging the board members in their appeal for more donations. And then you want to make sure that you're assembling your campaign stories, and we'll briefly go over telling a story. And then lastly, schedule those thank you messages. Even though that, you've done everything, you want to make sure that you thank your supporters at the end of the campaign, of the Giving Tuesday campaign. For telling a story, you want to make sure that one of the things that we already know, or you may already know, is that millennials are cost-driven. And also our own Givelify data shows that donors are becoming more cost-driven. And a lot of organizations are going to be participating in this event. So you want to make sure that your organization is standing out with your inspiring ask and highlighting the good work that you are doing in your community. Let them know about the causes that you champion. And there is going to be a really super simple exercise that helps you to be able to craft the stories, as well as sharing these stories so you can inspire more generosity. And remember, the clearer that you are, the better on being able to appeal to your supporters and to your potential donors. And now we're going to go ahead and do one more poll real quick before we get on to the next one. And we want to know, does your organization rally behind a specific cause or program? So feel free to submit your answer in the pop-up.
Wow, looks like lots of causes we regularly promote. Very exciting to see that. Feel free, if you haven't yet, you can drop your answer in there. But we love the feedback. And not everyone does, and we know that that's okay. This is an opportunity to get those creative juices flowing if there's something that is close to your organization's heart, and that your donors would be willing and eager to support. We would love to help you make that ask. All right. Thank you, Juana. So today I'm going to talk about connecting with your donors wherever they are. And this is a big part of Givelify. Connecting with your donors is meeting them where they are online. So you want to start by doing a quick check of your Givelify mobile and online giving profile to make your donors' giving experience as easy as possible. Make sure your app profile is up to date with your latest information in branding. That means any logo changes that you've made recently, adding the pictures if you haven't previously, and then making sure that your address and phone number and all of that information is up to date so your donors can find you when they're ready to give. Second, you want to connect with donors by having the right campaigns and giving links ready to share on your various channels. We have a great new feature launching on the app that you'll definitely want to be a part of, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So first, for online giving, you want to make sure your website is ready to receive donations. Add an online giving button allows anyone who visits your site to give with a simple click. So you see an example here of a website with the Give Now with Givelify. If you've never done this before, we do have resources we'll share along with our presentation recording that can help you do this, or you can visit support.givelify.com for any of those resources. And as always, you can reach out to your giving success coach that we'll talk about in a little bit as well. Social is a great way to reach your donors where they already are. Who spends way too much time on social media already? This is an awesome way. I do. I'm guilty. But this is an awesome way to reach your donors by having your social giving link ready and broadcast. So we do have templates in your toolkit that you will share out that you can find this, and you can also find the giving link on your dashboard. So with your unique social giving link, your donors can give from anywhere at any time. Have this link ready to quickly add into Givelify's pre-developed email and social media templates that will show you. And then you'll see an example here of a Facebook post. This is our Hope and Love Church. They posted their social giving link and they are pinning it to the top of the page so that anytime a donor comes to their Facebook page, they have the ability to see that social giving link and be encouraged to give. You can share this in your Twitter bio, link in bio, that link tree on Instagram, or blast it out if you do any kind of live stream fundraising events or services as well. So giving campaigns, this is a big, exciting news, an update that we're doing on Givelify. On December 1, nearly 1 million donors on Givelify will see trending Giving Tuesday causes on their app. You can be easily discoverable by donors outside of your organization and inspire them to give with a special cause fund. And if it's been a while since you've created a new campaign, we're going to review how to do that. If you're unfamiliar with this, again, we have resources that we'll be sharing at the end of this call. But here is a quick overview. If you'll log on to your Givelify dashboard, you'll see settings in the top right-hand corner. You'll click that blue settings button right here. You'll navigate over to campaigns that houses all of your active campaigns. And then you'll navigate to new campaign, where you'll have the option to create a new campaign, name it, add a description, add an expiration date if you so choose, and have the ability to show it in app. Click that on or off. This specific feature is great for anything that's seasonal. If you regularly work with Operation Christmas Child and you want to show this campaign once every December, you can have that on and off so you'll have it ready to go for next year as well. We really want to encourage you to be descriptive in the naming of your campaign, because this will help donors outside your organization know the impact their gift is making. And here's why that's so important. The week of Giving Tuesday, donors will receive a new version update to the Givelify app that showcases a new feature called Trending Causes. This allows a donor to view campaigns from all organizations on the Givelify platform, categorized by theme, and then sorted by location. So I'm located in Texas. So if I was to click on the Giving Tuesday Trending Cause, this would be sorted by organizations that have Giving Tuesday envelopes or campaigns that are closest to me. So I can scroll and give across the nation, but also in my own backyard. Giving Tuesday is all about giving to your favorite cause. So if I'm passionate about hunger relief, I can find organizations making a difference in that area. We've already created a few initial categories that we have bucketed these campaigns and envelopes into, and you see them listed here on the left. Community impact, we have campaigns that are around paying for bus passes, donating diapers, and coat drives. We have holiday giving, which is Toys for Tots, Angel Tree, Operation Christmas Child, and anything that revolves around seasonal giving. We have global impact, which is for mission trips, hurricane relief for anything outside of the US, hunger relief, which is around food banks and feeding those less fortunate. And then we also have a generic Giving Tuesday bucket as well. If you're unsure of where your funds are going to go, but know that you want to be part of this movement, you can label your campaign as Giving Tuesday, and it will be in that last trending cause. We do encourage you to be as descriptive as possible, as it encourages donors to give to those causes and be inspired knowing that they're making a difference with their gift. So Giving Tuesday is a great time to get donors outside of your organization to give to your mission, but it is just the beginning. This is a feature that's going to be long running on the Givelify app. So as you continue to create more campaigns around the initiatives you're already supporting, which the poll shows that you guys have causes that you rally behind, then this list will grow as you create more of those campaigns to fall into the trending causes. This will inspire our donors to more generosity. And with the right messaging, your campaigns can be visible to all donors on the Givelify app, spreading the impact far greater than we ever could have imagined. We're really excited about this and hope you will participate. And I'll pass it back to Juana.
Thank you, Emily. That is super exciting because I think this is a really great way to reach your own donor base, but also expand to the nearly 1 million donors that are on Givelify by creating your cause, your campaign, as well as being able for them to see it on December 1st. So let's talk a little bit about engaging your donors and getting the word out. Now, one of the great news is that what you want to do is to make sure that you're spreading the word about your Giving Tuesday participation. At the beginning of your toolkit, you'll see how to create a narrative and an inspiring ask. What we mean by an inspiring ask is really just an ask of the donation that you're asking your donors for, but including in there the purpose of that donation, where this donation is going, and really being inspiring all over. So that's going to be in your toolkit. But now it's time for you to share that inspiring ask with the world. You're going to want to build excitement around your organization's cause and get your donors ready for December 1st. So in your toolkit, this is the great news. Earlier, we mentioned that we are 2 weeks away from Giving Tuesday. And in the toolkit, you're going to find pre-developed emails and social media posts that are ready for you to personalize them with your organization's information. And then you'll be able to hit send or post, and then you're all ready. So you'll have emails as well as social media posts that are leading up to December 1st, as well as those that you would be doing on the actual Giving Tuesday date. And you'll have the follow-up for thank you messages that you want to make sure that you thank them for all of the support. One of the things that I really appreciate, as I mentioned about the nonprofit board that I served earlier, is that they provided me with the tools that I needed to make it easy for me to provide ongoing reminders for myself and email, like don't forget about your donation, but also things that I could share with others. So here you'll see an example, and you'll find these in your Giving Tuesday kit, where all you'll have to do is add in your organization's name, your cause or your program, describe the impact of your donations, and of course, creating your social giving links. So we have detailed instructions in your toolkit on how to create giving links, as well as your online giving links, your social media links, as well as the campaigns that Emily talked about earlier. So you want to make sure that all of that is ready to go, and you'll just be able to plug in and hit send. And here are some examples that we've recently noticed on social media. You have an organization that really is also using that inspiring ask and really talking to their donors and saying, we have big plans and goals We have big goals and big dreams for our links leaders. You can help us achieve them and sustain them. Your donation will allow us to provide mentoring and leadership for our girls. Please donate using the Givelify app or through the Give Now button on our website. So there is various ways that you can develop your message. Feel free to personalize it once you review the toolkit and do what is best for your organization. We just want to make sure that we are providing you some starter resources so you can get started on your Giving Tuesday promotions.
Awesome. Thanks, Juana. So that's all we have. We're here to help. We want to empower you to make this your best Giving Tuesday ever. And if you do need more help with your Giving Tuesday strategy, you can connect with a Giving Success Coach. I mentioned that earlier. If you haven't done that before, each account on our Givelify platform has a Giving Success Coach dedicated to them. So if you want to know who yours is, email us your name and your organization's name at connectwithgood@givelify.com, and we'd be happy to connect you with that person. Remember, Giving Tuesday is your day. It's a day to inspire generosity and connect with your donors. Design it around your goals and capacity. Your giving campaign could include matching funds, give-a-thons, challenges, contests, Facebook Lives, and more. So get creative. Let us know what you're doing and how we can help empower you to make this your best Giving Tuesday ever. So we do have some questions in the chat that we will open up. Let's see what we've got. Is there a fee for trending causes? No, there is not. This is an exciting new feature for on the Givelify app, and we just encourage you to create those campaigns that most fit in. And if they don't fit into any of those 5 buckets, it will just go into the generic Giving Tuesday one, which is totally okay. There may be others that we see, and as we see more campaigns come up and new trends, we will be launching those as well. Some other ones that have been popular that we will be launching pre-Giving Tuesday are for the Black Lives Matter movement and COVID-19, knowing that that's a big relief opportunity for our donors as well. Yes, and I can repeat the purpose of the email. This is to connect with your Giving Tuesday or your Giving Success Coach. And so if you don't know who is your account owner, maybe you've just contacted people over support at Givelify, which we're always happy to help, but you also have a dedicated success coach who's your account manager who can help walk through anything on the platform, any questions you may have with any of the products, and just get you set up for success. And there are no additional costs for the services of that coach either. We like to make giving simplified here at Givelify and give you all the resources to enable your donors to be their most generous selves. Some other questions that we see regularly are, how many causes should I promote? We do encourage you to be specific with your causes. So if, I think it would be helpful to focus on one and make that really impactful. But if there are a few that that your donors would be willing and able to support, go ahead and send those out as well. Just make sure that they all have that inspiring ask, the right timeline behind them, and we'll be able to help with that as well. And the link for the resources that we mentioned, we'll be sending all of those out. So don't trash that email after this webinar. It'll be important. You will get the recording for the webinar. You'll also receive the link to download your Giving Tuesday toolkit that we referenced a lot here. And then that has all of those resources, as Juana mentioned, to set up campaigns, find your social giving link, and anything else related to the product. We'll also share those, and you can find those resources on support.givelify.com as well. Will I need to send a tax-deductible invoice to the donor? That's a good question. I believe the answer is yes, but I'm going to ask Juana if she knows for sure.
You will need to do your own, whatever your organization does already from a tax deductible. That is something that you want to continue to provide them. One of the great things is that they will be able to see their yearly giving history, and they're able to see that on their app. But if there is anything that is tax deductible that you typically give as a nonprofit organization, you want to make sure that you do that as well.
Perfect. Thank you, Juana. Can people outside of the US use Givelify to donate? At this time, we are only based in the US. That is, international giving is something that we're working on, especially for 2021. So stay tuned, as we'd love to support your international donors as well.
And Emily, if I can add to that, if
Absolutely.
the person does have a U.S. bank account, but they happen to be visiting anywhere else, let's say that they are out in the Bahamas, they're in Mexico, they're traveling, they're somewhere else, but they do have a U.S. bank account, then they will be able to use their Givelify app and donate to you.
Perfect. Is there any fee for this service, and is the dedicated person only available for paid service? The answer is no. That is included with all of the dedicated person is included. The only fee to use Givelify is on the actual transaction, the donation itself, and that's 2.9% plus 30 cents. That allows us to build out this platform to give you the resources to have your giving success coach and all of the support that we provide, and process the credit card transaction fees. But outside of that initial 2.9% and 30 cents from the donation, you don't pay anything else to use the Givelify platform. How do you capture the total for the donors at the end of the year, since the Givelify fee is subtracted? You definitely should, for the donors, advise that, or not advise, they get 100% of their donation is on their contribution statement. So if they gave $100, what you guys receive is, I think, $96.40. And they would get credit for that $100 that they gave. So that's a fee that you incur to use our platform, a minor fee, but they do get credit for that full credit. And we also send out contribution statements on our side. We just give an annual summary of what they've given on Giblify, and that's in partnership with your contribution statement that they'll use for tax purposes, but that just helps them reconcile their bank accounts as well. Is it too late to register a nonprofit? If you're asking if it's too late to register a nonprofit for the Givelify platform, absolutely not. We definitely want to have you join. It's pretty easy to sign up. You have to be a 501c3, and we'll get your information, verify your account, verify your banking, and then you'll be ready to accept donations. You have plenty of time to do that before Giving Tuesday. So we'd love to have you join. Let's see, are there any tools to integrate Givelify with my organization's own mobile app? That is a good question, and I'd love to do some research. I think the whole thing with Givelify is that you have access to donors outside of your organization. So that's the big idea behind Trending Causes, that, you know, I can be giving from my organization in Texas and see your trending cause on my page and give to your organization where I wouldn't normally have your app. But we can see if there's any kind of, I think maybe using that social giving link would be an opportunity for that. But I'd love to capture that question and get back to you. I think that's it. Well, thank you guys so much for participating. We hope you feel empowered to have your best Giving Tuesday ever. Again, we are here to help. We do have one last poll for you, and it's, will your organization participate in Giving Tuesday 2020? Submit your answer in the pop-up. We'd love to know. We're excited to see the participation and so glad to have you. Feel free to stick around if you have any other questions, but at this time, we'll close it out.
Thank you, everyone.